Welcome, Branson Junior High Schoolers. It is Eric here. Wanted to do the intro once again for this mini broadcast, Friday, April 3rd, 2020. And I wanted to talk to you guys about our talent show that we'll be having very soon. You guys will be sending in videos 2 to 5 minutes long, please. And just send in talents of you singing, dancing, sports, magic tricks, etc., etc. And we'll love to see your talents. And we just love to see the videos that you send us. And also, keep on sending in videos. We'd love to see them, love to feature them in future broadcasts. We just love to see them. So enough of me talking, and without further ado, let's go to the broadcast.
Quarantine stereotypes.
The sleeper.
The one who eats because they're bored.
The TikToker.
The pet lover. The Netflix watcher. The ones who play video games all the time. And finally, the ones who work out.
Hello, Branson Junior High. I'm Ethan Goins, and welcome to your weekly animal show. Today's animal is the emu. They are the second largest bird in the world since they can grow up to be over 2 meters tall. They can live in the wild for between 10 and 20 years, but the most interesting thing is that they have 2 sets of eyelids, one for blinking and one for keeping the dust out. That's all for today. Let us know if you have an idea for an animal. I'm Ethan Goins, and have a great day.
Alright students, this is Mr. Long here. It is Tuesday, March 31st, and I was going to give you a little bit of an astronomy lesson since I used to teach earth science. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you about a planet, about the moon, and about one of my favorite constellations and the stars and stuff that are in it. So we'll see how well you can see. Hopefully you'll get out here relatively soon and see all of this. Okay, all right, let's start off with a planet. Over in the west you will see what appears to be a very bright star, except that is not a star, that is a planet. One of the ways that you can distinguish a planet from a star is that a planet, its light does not blink. In this case you can see it's very bright, but if you stare at it, it is not blinking at you. But a star's light, probably pretty hard to see, but if you could see up, a star's light is blinking because the light is coming from so far away and it is interacting with gas and other stuff, and that it actually twinkles a little bit. Alright, so this planet that you see in the west is Venus, and it will be there I think for another month, and you can see it directly west. The moon right now, as you can see, the right side is lit. So we are in first quarter stage right now. So the moon is going to get brighter and brighter each night until it gets to full moon. When it gets brighter, it's always on the right side. And so as it's growing on the right side, we call it waxing. So you have a small sliver waxing crescent. You have half of it filled right now, which is the first quarter. And then here, probably when you all see this on Friday and you go out and look at it, it'll probably be closer to a waxing gibbous. And then here next week sometime it will be full. So if you remember the Karate Kid movie, when he had to do the wax on, wax off, you can always remember it's wax right, wane left. So when you see the left side of the moon, that's going to be called waning. Okay, now my favorite constellation, which is actually a winter constellation, but it is showing right now, is directly below the moon, right here. And I don't know if you can see it, but there are 4 corner stars, and then you will see 3 right in the middle right there. The 4 corner stars, this is Orion, okay? And the 3 that are in the middle are called Orion's belt. Couple cool things about it is the very top one, the one that is closest to the moon right now, if you stare at it and look at it real close, or if you get binoculars and look at it, you will notice that it's actually red in color. And the reason it's red in color is because it is a supergiant. It actually has a cool name. Its name is Betelgeuse, and it's one of the largest stars in the universe. And that is a supergiant up there at the top. Directly below it, go all the way down to the other corner at the very bottom. If you stare at it, it is really white, and it's almost got a little bit of a bluish tint to it. That is Rigel, and it is a white dwarf. So it's really, really small. It's actually smaller than our own sun. If you look at the 3 in the middle, the belt, if you're in a location that's a little bit darker than I'm in right now, I'm in the middle of I'm in the south side of Springfield, so it's got a lot of light coming from the city right now. But if you look at those 3 and then come down just a little bit below them, you'll see 3 more coming down kind of below them. And if you count from the bottom up, 1, 2, 3, those 3 little stars below, the 3rd one up, if you look at it with binoculars or in the dark, you'll see it looks really fuzzy. And that is because it is actually a nebula. That is Orion's nebula. And if you had a good telescope, you could actually see it's really fuzzy, kind of the cloudy part of the nebula. So that is your astronomy lesson for tonight. Till next time, I'm Mr. Long.
Dr. Pepper.
Did you know that a sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first to go up in a hot air balloon? Your fun fact today is, did you know the first alarm clock could only wake you up at 4 a.m.? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Could you imagine having to kill that much time before you had to go to school or somewhere else? Your last fun fact of this week is, did you know that Kleenexes used to be filters for gas masks? So I guess if push comes to shove, we can use Kleenexes if they aren't sold out.
Okay, so here's today's lesson. I don't know if you can see these little weeds here. Can't find my hand. There we go. This is called hairy bittercress, and this is a really cool weed. These little flowers, when they become pollinated and turn to seeds, you can kind of see these little spiky shoot things right here. When the seeds are formed, they will, when you touch it, shoot the seeds off like firecrackers. They're really easy to pull out of your yard. They pull up just like this. That's what it looks like. But it's called hairy bittercress. And I'm trying to get them all out of my yard. As you can see, it's an overwhelming job right now. But as soon as these flowers go to seed, they're going to shoot like fireworks every time something touches them. And put their seeds everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at all of them! Okay, you want to come pull weeds?
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday on Monday, March 30th. Angeline Ruiz had a birthday. And it's no joke, on Wednesday, April 1st, happy birthday to Ricardo Treminio. Happy birthday also to Luke McCormick, celebrating a birthday on Thursday, April 2nd. Happy birthday!